today.
We're from where?
Well, listening to the City
Talk.
Podcast.
Let's go. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, what's going on,
Another
everybody?
one. Another one.
Huh?
Today's topic, episode 4.
Boom.
It's going quick, ain't it?
At the door.
Dehydrated men and women.
Ooh, that boy said, what?
Dehydrated men and women.
Man, y'all don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, it's ugly out here.
They don't want to talk about that.
I don't know, man.
Oh, man.
So I guess like I'll say this. My first question to y'all: Have y'all ever been in a situation where y'all was too thirsty for someone?
Honestly, Brand, I can't say. Like, I cannot say. I don't think so, bro. Like, it's been the point where it's like, okay, yeah, I want you. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna press it a little bit, but once I know, like, feel the vibe, it's like, nah, I see it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, cool. That's just that.
It's kind of funny, but okay, so straightforward. In my younger days, you know what I'm saying? Prior to me knowing what the game is now, you know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I was in a thirst for love, like true affection. You know, mainly more so from a woman. But it got ugly, you know. I meet it raw, you know, honest approach. You know, I was a straight up square in regards to the love department. I didn't know that, you know, everybody's definition of love is different. So I'm saying that to say this, I done had many girlfriends back in the past who done had trains ran on their ass. So, you know, I'm saying that to say, oh, that was a major drop. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to say this. They wasn't ready for that.
I wasn't ready for that.
But no, you know, I'll be loving them like, yeah, you know, let's do something. And next thing you know, my man's man, you know, he'll tell me like, yo, you talk to old girl. This is high school, like middle school. This kind of look like early high school. Like, yo, you talk to her, my man's. This is a cool dude too. You know, he wasn't one of those tough cats or one of those pretty boy cats. He was just laid back, chill, just super cool, kind of like the same swag and demeanor that I got. So I'm saying that to say, my man's told me like, yo, you talk to her. I was like, yeah, she go to your school? Like, yeah. I went to like a school where it absorbed all other schools and taught them trades. So like North Tech, that's the school. But I'm saying that to say, so it was kids from all over getting busted at school. So I talked to my man who went to the same school as her. He was like, yo, you talk to her? I'm like, yeah. Like, man, my guys was over there, man, running a train on her. I'm like, no. So long story short, after that one, and then another one, and I was like, you know what? These hoes ain't loyal. In my Chris Brown voice, but I'm saying that to say this, though, all jokes aside. From a genuine approach, I was truly thirsty for love until I really knew what the game was. But at the same time, it's like, was that really the game, or was I really just meeting douchebag individuals who didn't really have any self-spec or self-worth for themselves? So at the end of the day, you know, that was the thirsty days, but then I just chilled on out and just kind of meet people where they at and always expect anything to occur. So, yeah, those was the thirsty days.
Respect.
Yeah, that's
And it got quenched quick.
Oh, man.
Real.
Nah, I feel like, for me, if I feel like I'm doing too much to try to get your attention, I'm going to stop myself.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't do too much. Like, I'm kind of like the same thing what you just said. Like, the energy got to match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want you to want me just as much as I want you.
Yeah.
But I'm not going out of the way to do anything. I'm not going to get you something to eat and you treat me like a brother. No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being in that role. I never played brother unless you was my real sister. Mm-hmm. Or you mess with, you know, like the partner or something like that. That's when you become sisters. But other than that, you ain't putting me in that role. But nah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Now, have y'all ever had a thirsty chick?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I gotta watch what I say on her.
Yeah,
No, I'm just playing.
Please do.
That's right. Get it.
Give it to y'all raw, not cut. No, then I can't go home. No, let me stop. No, but for real though.
So, go ahead, cuz.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've had sisters. that required a whole lot of attention. You know, prior to dating my lady, and a lot of them would like buy me stuff to like try to like woo me on over, but at the same time, it was like a man who stood on his own, or mainly more so from attention. What I've learned is if my experience, my aura, energy, everything that I project out, you know, sisters and brothers, you know, gravitate towards that. But I'm saying that to say on a sister spectrum, it's mainly more so more attention, like my presence heavily wanted and needed. And as a man, you know, it just from my personal experience, feeding into that, it can be like a double-edged sword. It's like, yeah, we spending all the time together, but business ain't getting taken care of. So I'm saying that to say on that end of the spectrum, in regards to my physical presence being craved, wanted, and needed, I've often felt that throughout all relationships, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can actually agree on that. Like, I think really when a woman really feel like, oh man, I got a good one, that's gonna come. Like,
absolutely.
They just want all the attention, all your energy, all that stuff. But yeah, definitely. But I didn't have some like pull up at my house, unannounced.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
Just, you know, of course, just bugging, like, and it's clear as day. Like, nah, that's not what I'm on. But it's still you pressing. Like, oh no, what? Well, you know, it just ugly, man. But I didn't definitely have my fair share of thirsty women. But yeah, I think too, it all come from a place they just hurt, you know what I'm saying, not knowing what's really going on, you know what I'm saying. But I don't know.
Man, it's crazy. You know, from this, okay, so I didn't see it as this at the time when it happened to me, but again, like if sisters, this is talking to you specifically, if you one of those sisters that do like random pop-ups at your man, partner, or guy that you dating house, then I would encourage you to not, you know, mainly more so just find peace with yourself. And, you know, the universe going to show you what you need to see, regardless of what you need to do or what you're trying to do to control it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're doing stuff like that, then, you know, obviously, you know, you got to be to a degree hurt, you know, or suffering from some type of insecurity issues. And, but, you know, but just straightforward, if y'all relationship like that, and he said you can come over anytime and every time, like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because that's love. But at the end of the day, if you in the early stages and you doing stuff like that, that's signs of kind of like just, you know, straightforward, not to hurt your feelings, but just kind of being crazy, you know? And I didn't see it as that then. And those issues, typically when a sister, like just from my experience, if you popping up at a man's house unannounced, there are more things that are hidden from that man that the man either consciously or unconsciously will be hit with from you. You know what I'm saying? That's just a surface level of what it is you got to unlock in regard to the trauma that you're going to be dropping on this brother. You know, so, and most men, you know, don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even conscious to it at the time, but I'm saying all that to say this, you know, love yourself first in this month, you know.
And since you said that, love yourself first, how do you focus on that? Because, like, we can look at all our situations just saying, like, hey, I never been in that rim thirsty or whatever the case may be, but we all probably experience heartbreak at the same time, right?
Absolutely.
So us experiencing that, what do you think it was for you not to be that guy to be like, I'm thirsty for somebody because they, you know, heartbroken? Because I feel like it's a certain amount of respect you got to have for yourself, you know what I'm saying, the confidence you have in yourself, and, you know, the belief too, you know, for you not to be on that side of the fence where you like being thirsty for somebody because they broke your heart, or, oh man, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that. Now it's different when you trying to get somebody back, in a sense, because like it's, you know, steps to that. But just being that person, like, what do you think you have to do to be away from that realm? Is it more so how you raised, what you experience? Because it's like I look at it, I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm not that guy that's stalking somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm not that guy that, you know what I'm saying, they actually respect myself and know, you know what I'm saying, my worth at the same time. Right, you know, so it's like I look at it and I be like, and I hear these stories about guys going crazy over this stuff, or, you know what I'm saying, women too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they go crazy over this one person because it's just like, wow, like.
I think because I gotta take some stuff back. Actually, now I'm thinking about it because like with my heartbreak, it was bad. I feel like, you know what I'm saying. Like I think it was a situation where like shit, I was thinking ahead. Like I'm thinking like, oh, this is finna be my girl forever. You know what I'm saying. Everything was perfect whole time, long story, or long short story. She was getting bust down. You know what I'm saying, cheating on me. You know what I'm saying. So I'm like, oh damn. You know what I'm saying, but. On that note, like after even I'm knowing, I'm like, nah, I still kind of want to be with her, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with her. It's cool. It happens, whatever case may be. But then I feel like it took me to realize, like, really, like I had to keep getting smacked in the face by that, because like even my homies, my cousin, and all them was like, yo, she ain't it, bro. Like, she ain't it. But I ain't listening to none of them. I'm like, man, whatever, bro. Y'all don't know what we got going on. And I think for me, it was like the just being a man or a woman of your word. So like the stuff that she was kind of feeding me, I would solely listen to, but only because I was in love. Like I didn't really see other than that. I'm like, okay, cool.
Because innocent stage.
No, I mean for sure. But I think again too, like that came from based off of how I was raised. My mom kind of taught me big on morals and like, look, if you're gonna say something, do it. And then that's just that. So for her to kind of like tell me like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be with you, only you, I'm believing it. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's where it was like for me, like, okay, well, you saying it, so of course I'm gonna go with what you going with. You know what I'm saying? We in this together. Hey, fuck everybody else pretty much, you know what I'm saying? But I think what took me to like turn around from that point is kind of like I had to really start loving myself, because it was a situation where it's like, okay, I'm just feeding into you. I feel like I ain't getting nothing back out of this. You know what I'm saying? So then it was like, wait a minute, now I'm running low and I can't get nothing from you. What is going on? So I think once it took me to actually going and feeding back in the love with myself, then it was like, okay, a realization, like, okay, wait a minute. I'm seeing everything from a bird's view at this point now. So now this whole time you ain't standing on your word and you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing, or at least what you told me that you would do. So that's where it's like, okay, well then I'm gonna just let it be. You know what I'm saying? And even too, I'll say analyzing her situation, you know what I'm saying? We keep that all that confidential, but still, like, she wasn't in the best place mentally either. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's really what I feel like took me to another level when it came to like that whole heartbreak and more understanding on that, because I'm knowing that like she have been troubled before, you know what I'm saying, and hurt before, well before me. So with that being said, it made sense on why she did what she did, you know what I'm saying? Because of course I was in my innocent stage, but she was too. That's a thing too. So it's like, okay, well, I can't really fault you for based off of how you was raised or how whatever happened to you in your past relationships and all that. So you just was throwing it back at me because that's all you knew. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of like forgot, and that was just that. You know what I'm saying?
Just moved on.
Yeah, but I think sometimes people don't get to that point though, and then it just drives them crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because you just sit there and wonder like, oh man, because I have them thoughts too, like, oh damn, like I ain't the perfect dude, like you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't the guy, I ain't doing this. What am I doing wrong? But if you don't find that out, then it's like, okay, well, I'm just driving myself crazy at this point because I don't know these answers. You know what I'm saying? And I want to know, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that's what really be driving people to the point where it's like overkill, over thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing quenching their thirst at this point.
Because I think, too, like, during those heartbreak, you kind of find out who you really are.
Oh, yeah, facts.
And, you know, and what you need to work on, too. You know, you'll see all the weak parts. And then, you know, dealing with that, it's a lot, you know, and it's like, yeah, even in your innocent phase, it's a lot that goes on, you know, with that, but it's just up to you to say, hey, how can I learn from this? How can I, you know, be a better person for my best version of myself, so when I meet the next person, I just know my worth overall, you know, and most people don't be knowing their worth when it comes to anything they do, so especially with a relationship, we talking about strangers, man. Like, we don't even know these people. And you talking about say, hey, I'm finna make this life with you. We finna create this life together and try to make this work. And y'all trying to grow every day. That's the hardest thing to do. People don't even understand it. So, again, go back to the word strangers. We don't know them. So, the more you do something with somebody and then all of a sudden they get hurt or you hurt them, or you don't know what they're dealing with background wise, and then when something, trigger that, now it's like, dang, I ain't see the side of him, or I ain't see the side of her because of something that happened,
Right.
so it's like you got to pay attention to all of that, you know what I'm saying? You can't ignore that, but that thirsty stuff, man, it's real.
And we've talked about like pretty much like the beginning stage of a relationship. What about current stages of a relationship? More so like being with somebody and then being thirsty as you being with that person. From personal experience, what I mean is, okay, so for example, like okay, so we can even go even deeper than that. Okay, so naturally, I am a people pleaser. Like I really genuinely mean everybody well around me. So those who close to me, I try my best to just pour energy into them. Just you can say to make happy, but just mainly more so like because when it's love with me, it's like genuinely love with me. Like it's no difference. Like I love everybody the same, except for my lady because I had sex to her. But besides that, though, I had to throw that clause up in there. But love is love to me. It's literally no different. So how I treat one person is how I treat the next. But I'm saying that to say this. Within my relationship, what I was doing was I was literally throwing myself an idea of making her happy. And what I was doing was, it was almost like a thirsty approach, thirsty on the idea of pleasing somebody else and pouring my all into it to see the results that I wanted to see. And within that, I almost lost my mind. Literally almost lost my mind. And I want to keep it funky with y'all because, people truly going through things out there. So I just put this on y'all to the point where I was taking antidepressants just so I wouldn't snap off in the reality that I was currently living in. So I'm saying that to say this. Even when I was taking those, I was working in the juvenile system telling the kids, like, man, get off of this shit, man. Y'all don't need this. It's making y'all zombies. But at the same time, being a hypocrite. So me telling them that helped me, like, yo, man, you being a straight up hypocrite, man. Check your shit. And then that's when I got off of that stuff, went cold turkey and said, you know what, enough is enough. I'm not finna walk on eggshells. I'm not finna try to please this motherfucker. No disrespect to my wife. Now, I'm not trying to please this motherfucker. I'm just finna be me, and I'm finna be happy being me. And, we can pour into each other. To be more so straightforward, that was mainly more so the idea of a happy wife prior to me losing my shit. A happy wife is a happy life, and it's really not like that. These are the kind of conversations that, brothers don't really be having with other brothers. It takes for you to go through the shit to really understand the meaning of this. You know what I'm saying? A happy us is a motherfucking must. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, I'm saying that to say this. With respect for yourself and respect for your partner and having respectful boundaries, man, and respectful lines of communication, man, y'all can go far. You know what I'm saying? So that's us in a nutshell. It's a constant. It's like we constantly evolving to become more one because that's ultimately the goal. If you are not in unison with your partner, then you are fucking failing as a partner. And, that's on a business level. That's on a spiritual level. That's on a communication level. It's a financial. I already said that, but y'all get the picture, though.
Right.
I'm saying all that to say this. Ultimately, I got lost in the sauce and I was being real thirsty until I started quenching my own self, and I'm no longer thirsty because I got the H2O. Personally, I go to the fountain to go get it and re-up on it when I need it. So I'm saying that to say this. Find your own H2O within whatever it is you're going through or however your experience is in life, whether you're single, whether or not you're trying to mingle, whether or not you're in a friendship, a personal, friendship with benefits, whatever it is, even if you were, married, quench your thirst from within and stop looking for external forces. So what I'm basically saying is have an internal water fountain where you can fill your own cup up, because once you start looking for other things to quench your thirst in the universe, you going to always be motherfucking thirsty.
Man, what you said right there, bro.
That boy hit that he hit that Avant side.
No, facts, man, facts.
Nah, man.
That's real though, man. And that's actually some great advice that I took from you, T. you know what I'm saying, pretty much talking about just relationships, whatever the case may be, marriage, anything, you know what I'm saying, always refilling yourself. Like, don't stop what you doing for another person.
Please
you know what I'm
don't.
saying?
Man.
Because
Please don't.
you gotta even focus in on why y'all was even attracted to each other. So if you like a strong-willed man, and you know what I'm saying, you kind of stand on what you do, and then you just started breaking as you get into a relationship,
Man.
yeah, your lady gonna start looking at you like, bro, what you want?
Like
you know
a
what I'm saying?
mug,
Like,
man.
I ain't come with you like this, you know what I'm saying?
Like
so
a mug.
you on some other shit.
And it's like back to what you said. Like, people get, and it's like that's why I love that saying so much. Happy us is a must. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so real because people will just do so much for the other partner and don't take care of themselves. Like, you have to, like you said, back to the cup thing. Like, what are you pouring into?
Yeah.
And it's like, is it being poured back? You know, so like, is it being, reciprocated? Like, what are we doing? You know, but it's so serious about that.
Yeah. So it ain't being recycled, man. But that right there, I'll say create dehydrated people right there.
Yeah.
I'm talking about being poured in. Yeah, you been pouring so much, now you dehydrated. You thirsty, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't even get a drop from the motherfuckers you been pouring into. You know what I'm saying?
Quenchers.
Man, that's all it is.
Hey, throw this on y'all, man. Just imagine, like, if you was filling up your cup to the point where your cup is just overflowing and you giving people everything just flowing out. Imagine how your life would be.
Oh man.
No, that'd be just for the thirsty people. If you just start pouring into yourself and your stuff just start overflowing abundantly, then just imagine what type of life you would have.
Man, my mama used to say that all the time. Like, you can't take care of nobody unless you're taking care of yourself.
Man, what?
At the end of the day, so
Boom.
I swear we probably had the same moment, but
Man,
my mama shows
look,
that the same
look,
shit.
Man.
you can't take care of nobody unless you take care of
bro.
yourself, man. It's like, that's number one.
Don't depend on nobody else too. You know what
Nah.
I'm saying? That's the thing. Take pride in taking care of yourself.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Because at the end of the day, like, hey, do you want the power or you want somebody to have that power over you?
100%.
You know, like, you need that power for yourself. So anytime you need to recharge, you know what to do. Even if that's, hey, talking to yourself in the mirror, praying to God, whatever it may be, you know the source. You know, so it's like how to get that back. But you can't just be out here like, well, he didn't say this to me today. I don't feel beautiful. She didn't say this to me today. I don't feel confident. Like, she didn't give me my coffee. This, whatever it may be, make it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Make it your business. Hey, and like, this is part of my goal every morning. Like, talking to myself, you know, and believing in yourself. But you can't be that person that's just out here just thirsty. Because there's a lot of them out here. Look a lot.
When you saying talking to yourself, look in that mirror and look at yourself. And talk to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Hit yourself in the face with nothing but goodness and love.
And soap and water.
Boom.
And toothpaste.
Can't get over that. You got to hit that.
Sure. Y'all go check out that first episode too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but that thirst, man, it's real.
You find yourself out there with no socks on, bare feet and dirty feet.
So let me ask y'all this then. What's the not even craziest story y'all have ever endured on, but what's the craziest story you may even heard where it was just like borderline crazy, like you beyond thirst at this point? What's some crazy stories y'all done heard, man?
Trying to see. I don't know which one I want to go with. It's too many.
Man, we it's crazy. Me and my lady, we was talking about this whole thing, and I know a lot of y'all ladies not gonna like this at all, but with the whole movie Acrimony, you know what I'm saying? I honestly believe like it was a terrible situation with old girl, and she kind of ignored all of the signs, and pretty much it was like similar to what I was even talking about with my relationship. Like, I was so in love to where, like, hey, I just believe whatever she said, but it still falls back on me at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And, you know, same thing with like her. So like, she just never ended up again finding those reasons on why she wasn't the guy or the girl or whatever the case may be, and why she felt these ways. You know what I'm saying? So again, I feel like that drove her crazy, and she was in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? In point blank period.
Yeah, and let me ask y'all this: when somebody because some people just can be far gone too when they in a relationship, and we all seen it before to where it's like, hey, you should stop being with him or stop being with her. He's not treating you right, and whatever the case may be, or if he is like treating you right, but you have some people that just overly just clingy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, just overly just thirsty with everything. So it's like, what do you think when it comes to those women or men, and you have those people surrounding you, like your friends they'll tell you these things and it's still not working.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things they have to learn for themselves, and it's like, but that's what I be hating because it drive them to another level of thirstiness and
now you the weird one. And now you tripping, you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Because you be trying, and it's, people will try to help you, like, hey, you should do this, you try this. So anytime somebody came to me with anything where I felt like they was being like overly thirsty or just doing too much, I always say, what you been working on for yourself? Because it's like, all I hear is her, or him. What are you doing for yourself? What are you doing for you? Like,
and none of that would be an issue if they start doing for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
It's all perspective, man. It's how you seeing it all. Because if you think about it, you've worked in like a juvenile center with kids and stuff like that. So you knowing like that's really some kid shit. Like they get in trouble. Oh man, she made me mad. He made me mad. No, bro, you in here fighting. What did you do though? You know what I'm saying? So again, like if you just focus on like where you went wrong at, or even if you didn't go wrong necessarily, where did you allow this to happen? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think people don't really take full accountability for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
That right there.
Yeah, you can't control other people either.
At all.
So that's why it's like you can't control your wife. I can't control mine. You can't control your fiance. Like you can't do that. Like you literally have to be like,
oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Though,
look, I was gonna comment.
I know what you're saying.
Oh man,
I know what you're saying. But I'm saying this, at the end of the day, they their own person.
100%.
What
you know
you said.
So
right,
that's what I mean by it. Like they their own person.
Take the benefit of doubt.
So it's like they still gonna do what they want to do in the sense of just being an adult.
Man, what you said right.
You know, so it's like you still have to focus in on yourself to say, hey, how I'ma motivate myself and make myself better to promote her, because what you do also motivates them what they see what you doing. So it ain't always just things to be said, it's action too. Like whatever they see you doing, like, oh man, I see him doing this, I see her doing this, I'm finna get on my stuff, whatever the case may be. But some people don't have none of that drive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, which you see one mate doing everything and the other one is doing nothing, which make him or her thirsty. Now they needing the one for anything, so it's just like,
they
okay,
take whatever they can get.
Yep. Now it's like, what about me?
Yeah.
Same thing I said last time. What about? But for real, so nah, it's crazy. The thirsty bursties.
Thirsties, boy.
But at the end of the day, man, like,
okay, so this word comfortable kept coming in my mind as we was just talking. Some people are extremely comfortable in being thirsty because to not be thirsty is to challenge who they completely are as a person. That is mind-blowing to me.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's deep, though.
Yeah.
That's actually deep as a mug, man.
So to be unthirsty, you're going to have to challenge yourself, long story short, and it's going to be uncomfortable. You're not going to get it the first try. You probably still going to be chasing whatever it is going to bring you peace from somewhere else that's external. But, this happens with repetition. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to always feel good while you trying not to be thirsty. But it all falls back onto your discipline, How disciplined are you going to be to choose yourself and love yourself and then let your cup overflow into the universe, So,
and it's just like what you said too, T. You get better in that situation, though. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you might go on the verge where it's like, oh man, I'm tripping, I'm wilding, I'm bugging out, this and that. But you still found yourself. You still know now your weaknesses. So now, whenever it is for you to go into that next relationship, or whatever the case may be, or just move on in life, you're knowing now, like, hey, I'm taking pride in this, or I need a little more help in this, and now you can seek that help if you need the help and be better off.
And throw this on y'all too. Okay, so just imagine this, right? you single, you learn to love yourself. You learn to master yourself. You learned yourself at 100%, whatever that looks like for you. Just imagine if you did it. Imagine then what will come to you, as opposed to seeking external sources to make you happy. Just imagine what would just come to you if you just start operating from within and then projecting that out. Because often it's like human instinct to operate as what you see. Just like if you living in the hood, it's like you won't know unless you look beyond that and see what's all there. Yep. So if you operating from like just one perspective, then you will never really truly know like beyond what you see. Just long story short.
No, facts, bro.
Now, have y'all ever bought a girl a drink?
Hell yeah.
Now, have you bought like her and her friends drinks?
No. If I know like all of them, probably. But if I know, like, if I'm pursuing one and I'm like, hey, I'm pulling that one to the side, like that's just that's
you got some people that buy drinks for like 7 people.
No.
It's been so long.
Not that I don't know of. Like, I don't know none of y'all, and I'm
well, if she like the girl, you like, we got to buy me a drink. You got to buy them a drink.
You not getting a drink. You not getting one. It's cool. Like, if I know, like, all y'all to go home girls, like, oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and get y'all one. But nah, not if she approached me like that.
Well,
I think that's what make it worse. You telling me like, no, you can't get just me one. She get one too.
Yeah, nothing.
Both of y'all coming home with me. Like, what we talking about?
What you on?
Now, what you on?
Man, nothing in my mind is nice to say, so I'm not gonna say anything on this. I was thinking for a long time, what can I say on this? But it's best to say nothing. I appreciate y'all.
Nah, it's all good, man. We gonna have a part 2 on this one, man, because I know we gonna turn up on the next one. So, hey, at the end of the day, bro, we at the city, man, and it's just
Yes,
hey,
sir.
dehydrated men and women, y'all gotta stop it, man. Stop buying all them drinks and being at them people's houses when they don't know you there. Yeah, they don't even know you there at their house, man. Stop
Man,
doing that.
I don't even know
Stop doing
you
that.
there.
They don't even know you there, man. Stop doing that.
But you do. You do know you there. They don't even know you there, but you do.
Snooping, you're
It's crazy.
Want you to have somebody coming out in and out your house, boy.
Man.
Be careful out there, man. Be careful.
Y'all gotta cut you off. Cut you off. That Netflix show. Cut you off and just be you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that right there.
You are the